Hi folks, how are you this morning? Liquid sunshine outside. So, final episode, and feel the fear and do it anyway. Here we go. This is a 44 episode series. So, go back to the beginning and start again. It's on our YouTube channel. So you can watch that playlist anytime you want. You can listen to it anytime you want as well. You don't need to sit and watch it. So we'll talk about visualizations. We talked about that the other day. Morning, Joanna. Visualizations can also be used to find answers to questions about the meaning and purpose of your life, or to clarify life goals, or to reveal important truths you hide from yourself. That's an interesting one. They have a multitude of applications and offer incredible insights, so much so that they're valuable tools used by educators and therapists. So I've presented you with a lot of ideas and a lot of tools, but to have them work effectively requires your trust. I've often been asked to prove that all I teach is, or all I talk about is actually true. I can only answer the certain things that are not provable, at least not yet. I can't prove higher self exists. I can't prove we are connected to a wonderful source of healing, nurturing, and energy. I can't prove that subconscious mind can create miracles in both the inside and outside world. I can't prove that the tools I've given you even work, and we've talked about. But I do know that when we use these concepts as a model for life, the experiences are transformed, and I personally find myself absolutely in love with life and everything that entails. All of it. I can't prove I'm right, nor can anyone prove that I'm wrong. As Hugh Parther once wrote, and there's a place where you are not alone. Why choose to be right instead of happy when there is no way to be actually right? Having experienced life from a vantage point of both the chatterbox, up here, what tells you in the back of your mind, and the higher self, my choice is actually the latter. Morning, Alana. I will do whatever it takes to open myself up more and more to the mind and the heart filled with love, joy, and certainty, satisfaction, and actual peace overall. That's my goal. And having to use these techniques in these books, I've traveled to many miles towards that goal. And it's a journey. Remember, success is a journey. It's not a destination. And we'll talk about that a wee bit later on. Right? So I look forward to many more of my intended miles I tend to go. And I trust that we'll meet along the way if we haven't met already. The choice is actually mine. So when I'm tuned into my chatterbox, these are the things that your chatterbox will tell you, all the negative parts. You try to control. You don't notice the blessings. You become needy. You become insensitive. You become in turmoil. You're blocked. You repel. You're bored. You're empty. You're filled with self-doubt. You're dissatisfied. The tunnel vision. You're helpless. And you never enjoy what you're doing. What happens when you're tuned into your chatterbox? So what happens when you're tuned into your higher self? Well, you trust, you appreciate, you love, you care. You're at peace. You're creative. You attract. You give and receive. You're involved. You're confident. You're content. You see the bigger picture. You live for the now. You're helpful. You're joyful. You forgive. You're relaxed. You're alive. You're powerful. You're protected. You let go. You have so much and you're connected and you're excited. So where does this take us? Well, there's plenty of time. This is what the final chapter is all about. There's plenty of time, so don't feel that you've got to do this all at once. It's a journey. There you sit filled with all sorts of information about how to make yourself powerful in the face of all your fears. So what's next? What can I say to help you keep you on course as you continue on the next part of your journey? First, an encouragement and motivation have already received from this, what we've talked about in this series. And it will always be here for you whenever you need it, because it's on a playlist. When you feel you're going off course or being battered about by outside forces, come back and retake and rewatch the parts that make you feel good. The biggest pitfall as you make your way through life is actual impatience. You want it now. Everybody wants it now. Remember that being impatient is simply a way of punishing yourself. It creates stress, dissatisfaction, fear. So whenever your chatterbox is making you feel impatient, ask it, what's the rush? Where are we going in a hurry? It's all happening perfectly, so don't worry. It will fall into place. The master plan is at work. When I'm ready to move forward, I will. In the meantime, I'm taking it all in and I'm learning. And that's really what you need to tell yourself all the time. Don't be impatient. Just let it happen. Make it happen. Move that one step each forward each day. So when we wake up to potential power within, our impulse is to grab it all quick. The more we grab and the more it seems to elude us. There is no quick, remember. There is no quick and wonderful. There is quick and wonderful in seminars and workshops and audios that give you tools to do these things, but it's not quick. They are to be used and mastered throughout a lifetime. And that's probably the most important thing. So I liken it to impatience for the incident when I heard about a little boy. What he did basically was he planted a seed in a flower pot. And he had been explained to that once you plant the seed, you water the seed, you nurture the seed will actually grow and grow into a big plant and a wonderful flower. So 15 hours later, during the day, before he was about to go to bed, he came back to his mum and he said, "Where's the flower?" And that's how we look at life sometimes. We neglect to explain that it does take time and you have to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight. And that's probably a classic example about how that happens. So one day, another classic example is you throw a log on a burning fire, okay? So the log sits there and smoulders and smoulders and smoulders for a long time. And it keeps going. And you think, when's this log going to catch fire? And then all of a sudden, it catches fire out of the blue. And that's exactly what I'm talking about being patient and about working towards something and realizing, understanding and knowing that you'll get there eventually and it will continue to go. It's like that smouldering log. If you just keep going and learning and progressing every day, small baby steps each single time, you will eventually become that log and you'll be on fire and it'll all happen round about you and all work for you. And that's probably the most important thing I could ever leave you with. So remember, take time. Don't wait for it to take it as well. So go out there and do it. But of all else, please feel the fear and do it anyway.